Good afternoon. Can we hear me? I can see faces, but I can't hear any voice. I would like to know if you are with me. So we begin in earnest. So I welcome everyone on board. I welcome us to this webinar. So in the next few minutes, we'll be discussing, having a conversation around business productivity. Business productivity. And the major focus will be on entrepreneurship in this period of post-COVID-19. So our topic is business productivity, entrepreneurship in the post-COVID-19 era. Entrepreneurship in the post-COVID-19 era. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. You're all welcome to this webinar. This webinar is a webinar hosted by Sandstones Consultancy Services Limited. Sandstones is an IT firm interested in empowering businesses and people on how they can use digital skills, digital opportunities, and digital tech generally to grow their businesses, grow themselves, and grow their various endeavors and engagements. How can technology impact your life, your daily living? Sandstones, as an organization, is standing in between users and this technology in achieving great impact and business development all around. And this is a webinar for us to discuss how entrepreneurs can promote their business, how entrepreneurs can manage their business, and how entrepreneurs can grow even in this period of coronavirus, and most importantly, after the COVID-19. So in this webinar, we'll be answering the question, what next for you as an entrepreneur? And it will be a few minutes discussion, and we are happy, very happy to be having this discussion with an expert in this field. So before I introduce these experts, I want to adequately introduce myself. My name is Amaris Genius, and I'll be moderating this session. This will be a 45-minute session, a business meeting to discuss business productivity. So our expert guest is Mrs. Achonye Helen Asimebe. So Mrs. Helen is a serial entrepreneur who currently serves as the CEO of Steinmark Pro Enterprise Hub. This is the capacity development center which offers business support to entrepreneurs. Mrs. Helen is the host of SME Springboard Trade. She is also the founder of Helen Asimebe Foundation, a non-for-profit organization she uses to amplify the voices of underprivileged people in our society. This organization also runs other charitable causes, and this organization has earned her the title of the IDP Ambassador in Nigeria. Mrs. Helen is a member of the Board of Training, Faculty, Abuja Enterprise Agency. Also, she has, over the years, developed a strong background in the banking industry. And with an MBA, she continues to add to her learning through a number of local and international certificate training programs, including courses at the Lagos Business School, the University of Leeds, UK, University of London, and the London Business School through the online platform Coursera. She has also engaged in developing herself in training through the Enterprise Development Center, EDC, of the Pan-Atlantic University. Helen is also a World Bank and International Finance Corporation certified trainer. She's a pursuer of excellence. She is similarly a possessor of a great vision to give support to as many SMEs. In her capacity as a business mentor, Helen has served as a business mentor for the Tony Elumelu Entrepreneurship Foundation. She has also served as the Charlie Blair Foundation for Women and Business, and as well in the United Nations SSDN Youth Investment Readiness Program. Also, she has served in the African Entrepreneurship Award and also at the Ventures Capital for Africa Make IT Africa program. In Helen's quest to keep touching the lives of many, she is using her platform to achieve this. She has over the years graduated about 120 persons in 12 cohorts, 120 entrepreneurs from her Steinmark for Enterprise Hub Academy. This is a platform she created to help give support with training and constant mentoring to SMEs. She has also hosted SME Springboard Trade Fair, the largest trade fair in Abuja, Nigeria. And this has happened in 5 different editions. And this as well has opened its door to over 500 SMEs across the country. Helen has been honored with awards internationally and back at home in recognition of her impact. And in her count, she has received about 17 internationally recognized awards so far. Helen Asimebe is a wife and a mother of 2 beautiful girls. And during this COVID-19 period, she was able to launch her very first ever online trade fair. And this was to give entrepreneurs an edge and support. And it happened on the 27th of March, 2020. This is a feat that I'm not sure any other entrepreneur has been able to achieve during this COVID-19. Helen has shown us that during the course of COVID-19 or after COVID-19 is definitely no disadvantage to entrepreneurs. There are opportunities we can definitely take advantage of. And in this webinar, she's going to share some of her experiences through our questions, through our discussions, and she will be able to give us insights. As a business person, as an SME owner, or as a salaried staff, how can you survive the post-COVID-19 era? And how can you make a greater impact in your business, in your daily endeavors, in your workplace? How can you create any development or any change for your self-growth or for your business growth? Please, ladies and gentlemen, join me to welcome our guest speaker, Mrs. Helen Asimebe. Thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. Hello, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, you're
Good
welcome.
afternoon. It's great to be here. Amareji, please, could you check your mail? I think I sent you something. I don't know if it works. I've been battling with it. It's supposed to be like a very short slide that I put together. Just help me see if it comes up.
Okay.
Today has been a very, very, very busy day for me. So I'm just trying to see what we can do here.
We really
Thank you.
So please, I'm requesting access. Kindly grant me access.
Having me, this was supposed to hold like a long time ago, and then it's been one postponement after the other, but we're finally here. I don't like to talk alone in my class. I would like to have everyone interact with it. Yes. Promising. You know, everyone had goals, they had plans, different things they wanted to achieve, and all of a sudden, one virus from nowhere just came, you know, and had to put everybody on standstill. So we're all trying to figure these things out. We're trying to create ways, you know, and be innovative, you know, with the ways we go about our businesses right now. So I just want to meet every one of you. If you want to speak, you can turn on your mic and share with me your name, what you do, and how you've been able to manage through, even in your business, especially in the face of COVID-19. So I'm just going to run through the names I have here. If you're ready to speak, you can just raise your hand or you turn on your camera. So we have Williams, we have Cayman, we have Lutana, Comforts, Technospark, Mustafa. Welcome to every one of you. I want to meet you guys. Tell me your name, what you do, then we start off with the conversation. Who is ready? Anyone that is ready Hi. Need to speak. Please share with me what you do. Then we'll begin the conversation. I need to know you. Hi. Please let me see you. Let me turn up my. Yes, so you can go ahead, ma'am. Your name, what you do, and how has your business been? Are we here? Are we ready for this class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so I'm waiting for you. I need to hear from you guys. I won't be talking alone. It's an interactive session with this short time we have. Tell me your name. What business are you into? Then we'll take up the conversation. Introduce yourselves, everyone. Because I need to know who exactly I'm talking to and your background. It's important.
Hello, everyone.
Good afternoon,
Hello.
sir.
Can you hear me?
Hi, we can hear you. Sure, we can.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
My name is Lotan Nawajago. I work with Sandstones. We train for Google, as well as we also partner with Microsoft. So, but outside that, I just completed my photography business. Training. So I can say I'm now a professional photographer. So Helen, if you want to have that wonderful picture, kindly contact me through Gmail, and then you have that for yourself.
Wow, wow. And I don't
Thank
marry.
you.
Oh, at least I never married.
Williams.
Well done. Well done. Thank you very much for introducing yourself and your business to us. It's really great to have a message can introduce themselves and what you do, please. Real quick.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, please. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. We can hear you.
Yeah, my name is Williams Adelego, a Google Digital Skills trainer with Africa foremost Google Digital Skills partner, Sandstones Consulting. And aside that, a programmer, a web developer, a sales professional actually. And so in the course of this lockdown, while we've not been able to convert thousands of people together for training, I've given so much attention to helping businesses to scale through these COVID-19 challenges, helping them developing relative sales strategies that enable them generate customers and continually make money. So basically, that's what I do.
Thank you very much. And good job on the fact that you are helping small businesses to become better and to scale. So if you could share with me, what has the experience been like? You know, especially being in the field where you have to mentor people and then you have to get feedbacks on if people are going on with their businesses or, you know, they are just at the verge of giving up. What has it been? What has the experience been for you?
Of a truth, it's been so challenging, very, very challenging, because one of the major sectors I actually work with before these times happens to be schools generally, both in secondary school, tertiary institution, especially secondary school, when it comes to deployment of some certain tools to enable them deliver better. Why before the COVID-19 thing struck, and even why the coronavirus thing struck, and we're actually thinking that that would be a better opportunity to deploy a number of those online strategies to enable them reach out to parents and kids at home to teach their kids. We discovered that there's been a whole lot of challenge because the system is not really prepared for all this new reality. So a whole lot of these schools are having terrific challenges, paying staff, some of them paying rent, and landlords, they're not happy matters. The owner of this school have to go through class in a whole lot of challenges to start making sure they get this money. And the challenge also goes down the line to even teachers. The whole number of those teachers also, they are not being paid, especially private schools owner now, because for these public schools, government is still paying them. But when it comes to private businesses, there are no palliative. So automatically, the challenges just keep linking on. Even for some of us that work for some of these businesses, it's also because they no longer have money to pay. So it's been till date. Because when the announcement was made a few days ago that Y could be commencing August 4th, take it from me, all of them were excited. They're already making a lot of provision to come back, as in make money and do a lot of stuff. But just yesterday, another announcement came that the previous announcement is void and not valid. So it's been so bad. And as it stands right now, there seems not to be light at the end of the tunnel for all about this time. So that's the present day reality as it stands right now.
Thank you so much for that amazing contribution, Mr. Williams, if I got the name right.
Yeah, Williams.
The COVID-19 pandemic is one that I don't really know. The world was not really, really ready for this, I must say. But as they say, as long as there is life, there is hope. We're all trying to adjust and try to get through it, living with it. So we have to just go right into this conversation. We have to go right into this conversation. But before then, let me just read what came and dropped for us. If you are just joining in, welcome to every one of you. So Cayman says she's at work. My name is the owner of Salome Anna Global All Things Paper. She said she wasn't active during the lockdown, but she's picking things up now. I'm looking forward to learning how to navigate my business through this new normal. Invitation from Santa. I hope I got the Star Stones. I hope I got the name of the business well. Amarizu. There are some questions that were attached, so I'll just go right into the questions so we can just start conversing. I don't know, there's a slide I've been trying to send across over how many hours. I don't know what's happening. It's not going through, and it's not even allowing Amarizu access on it on his account. But let's just discuss. So the first question we have here is in reference to the new normal as anticipated to be presented post-COVID-19, what are the changes businesses need to adapt, and where and how can they find resources to aid the adaptation? Before now, we've been talking about everyone embracing tech. You understand? Embracing tech. Go online, make sure you have your business, you understand, registered. Like you have like a registered online presence. But not everyone took this conversation and trend really seriously. Some people believed in the fact that, oh, my business has to be like a physical place where people can walk in. And all of a sudden, the world has changed. I mean, even large organizations, blue chip companies are now learning to just work purely online. COVID-19 has brought something that has really, really, really opened our eyes to see the fact that, man, it looks like we were doing things the wrong way before now. If we had known in XYZ pattern before now, everybody, we're now having to start from the scratch. I don't know what type of business, because not everyone has had the opportunity to sell. I don't know what type of business it is that you run. I don't know if it's food and services you sell. I don't know if it's products like tangible products that you sell, or you render services. I don't know what it is that you've been running. But I can tell you that there are entrepreneurs who at this time, their business is still on standstill as we speak, because they depended solely on just the physical presence. Like, you just have to have an office, and people will have to come in. That's how they've been operating. So now that there's now like a new normal, everything has changed to like being online. They're still holding on to that old and regimented way, they've been doing it. The new normal has been difficult for them. So now, what are the changes that business will need to adapt to, where, and how? First and foremost, I'm going to say, like, I wish I knew everyone here and what you were doing. So whatever it is I'm explaining will be easy for me to apply, or just talk directly about your business. For example, there are people who have had, maybe they've been working with like a number of staff, maybe about 10 or 5 in their physical structure. Now the pandemic has hit. Of course, if you had 5 employees or 10 in the past, you know very well that you cannot carry through with this number of staff anymore. Because right now you have to consider that, is your business buoyant enough to be able to pay the salaries of these people? And you need to ask yourself the very, very cogent question: do you still want to keep operating your business, or you want it to fold up? If you want to keep operating your business, then you have to find a way to register yourself online, like on social media. I'm going to give an example with people who sell products, maybe the ones in fashion, food, all other items, you understand, necessities that people need. If you had staff, maybe about 10 prior to this time, it will be wise enough for you right now. What you can do and help your business survive, and how you can adapt, you would have to reduce the number of staff, you understand, you have. Even if you don't want to reduce the number of staff you have, you need to make them understand that, okay, it's not like you can come into the physical office or come into the store right now. We're all working online, and productivity would be key. However best you work hard, and it's evident to everyone to see, will determine what you earn at the end of the day. And if it's a one-man business, because definitely wherever your store is, you are going to be paying shop rent. You have to analyze it, look at it. Is it still worth it? Because the whole world has moved online now. Is it still worth it for you to be able to still keep maintaining that physical store? For example, in Abuja, in average places, stores you see at least maybe 350,000 a year. That's what you pay for a store. So you ask yourself that question. Now that we are faced with a new normal, or the situation of things has changed, how am I going to do it? Do I still maintain this physical store that I have, or where do I go from here? You ask yourself those salient questions. Should you close the store? Should you now move everything online? I believe, you understand, you can move yourself and your business to strictly online. You use a WhatsApp platform. If you have Instagram, if you're on Twitter, if you're on Facebook, you donate all your personal handles or your business pages to strictly business, and reduce the cost or your overhead you have out there. Because even people right now are trying to limit one-on-one contacts, they have that can aid. Well, no one has arrived. You are still trying to good other trade that has been coming, you any one or two things. If there are groups you belong to, groups that give people the opportunity to showcase, you understand, or advertise whatever it is that they are doing, why not take advantage of it? We've all not figured it all out yet. We're still trying to see how best, we all can survive. And I'm hoping through with it on social media. You haven't done anything, and yourself from your business, from the physical presence that you were used to, and now to online. Now I'm going to be talking about people who before now, maybe they were in a 9 to 5, you understand? You were working. You never had like a side hustle. There was nothing for you to fall back on. And all of a sudden, because definitely a lot of companies would lay off staff, because it's when you have enough coming in that you will have to pay staff salaries. Left with nothing. If you are at home right now and you don't have anything currently doing as maybe a paid, as an employee, or if you don't have any job again, that there's nothing going on for you, you can think about that. It's been amazing, because a lot of people, the businesses they are running right now, they need people. Thought it would be possible. You realize that people who all of a sudden they started a business. Right, what is trending is this dispatch rider business, you understand? Delivery service, yes, delivery service business. Put some funds together, got a bike, a trustworthy dispatch person, and off, they went and started off their businesses. So many other people had to look within. Okay, let me even do something that I don't have to gather all the capital together to start. What can I do? I can cook. You know that the number of restaurants or food businesses that has come up is much more than we used to have as of January this year. Everybody now, because people would have to survive. So you have to think deep and look inward. What can I do? What is that thing that can bring me like an extra income? What is that income? Some ladies right now, because it's not a time for you to say, okay, you're feeling proud. I can't do this. This is going to bills. Some people, maybe if they are not even on the option of saying, okay, they want to start cooking food, they are not thinking of on the side of saying, okay, what food stuff can I start selling? I mean, I run an online platform. I have like 3 platforms where I've been blessed with, you understand? And we meet entrepreneurs every day, people doing amazing things, who are selling food stuff, yam, rice, anything that brings in the money. You have to think outside of the box. Now you now have to ask yourself, what service can I provide to someone that would bring me some money at the end of the day? If you're trying to look for maybe like a side hustle, and then if it's not on the side of what is your passion, what can you do? There are some of us that are already gifted, you know how to create things with your hand. I believe this is just the right time for you to put that talent to work, because we don't even know where we are going with this COVID-19 thing. Watching the news, CNN yesterday, because we hear that the number of, the COVID-19, whatever people it had, it was like 3 million. Where are we going? The uncertainty right now in the world is just really huge. So even if it looks like you have a paid employment right now, I'm going to charge you, I'm going to push you that you should think outside of the box. Think of what it is you can do that would bring you that extra money. Then we have another question. It says COVID-19 brought businesses everywhere. Yeah. COVID-19 brought businesses everywhere staggering to a halt as the world locked down. However, the coronavirus pandemic could bring with it exciting opportunities for entrepreneurs. What are the growth cases COVID-19 has opened up for existing businesses? Focus on freelancing or self-employed. We're all in this together, especially those of us who are entrepreneurs. For some, it brought very beautiful opportunities. That's those ones who have decided that, you know what, I'm not looking back and I'm not going to give up. I will find a way out of this. And they're making the most of even this season that we are in. For example, what I do is I organize physical fairs. That's what I do, like trade exhibition, however, I do like physical. That's the 6th edition, April 4th. All of a sudden it was announced that no more social gatherings, places had to be closed down, blah, blah, blah. And we were already making plans, like we had already hit the ground running for this fair. All of a sudden, this new scheme. At first, it was really devastating for me because I was really looking forward to it. And we had vendors with so much excitement who were ready. Sorry about that noise. We had vendors, who were excited about it, and also signed up, to be part of the fair. Then all of a sudden, everything has to be on hold. I just had to think. Aside from even thinking about the fact that, okay, it is fair, you understand, for now, wouldn't be holding. I was hoping that everything normalizes soon. Then I started to receive calls, text messages from entrepreneurs. I started to receive calls, text messages from entrepreneurs of how people were giving up. People were losing hope. Some people were already sinking into depression. It was really bad. You wake up every day to so many negative news on social media, and then you're looking around you, people are already giving up. I'm like, what do I do? What is the way forward out of this? So on my own, I thought about that. I said, okay, let me create a platform, one platform that can give entrepreneurs the opportunity to advertise their businesses, at least all through the hours of the day. Probably we open 8, we'll close by 9 p.m. And then we started. We started with platform 1. Sasha, please, I'm in a train. Was full. I said, what am I going to do? The cases and calls still kept coming. I was like, wow. I had to now open a second platform and now a third platform, which has given like an umbrella of people the opportunity to keep showcasing their business. This was what I was only used to, physical fairs. But with the advent of COVID-19, March to be precise, March 27th, I opened up the online fair and it's been running to this moment. So that's the same way it is for every other person. Even if we have COVID-19 staring us, you understand, as a very big challenge or situation at hand, you would have to think about what else you can do. You understand? You have to think about what else you can do that can move you from where you are to the place you need to get to. Okay? Like there are people who probably are into fashion. Sorry, I need to just shut this kids up. So sorry. There are people that, like a few days ago, someone reached out to me and she said, you know what, I still have like the physical store, my goods are stuck inside, my physical store. And then I'm just even thinking, would anyone buy dress? Would anyone buy clothes? Would anyone buy shoes right now? What do I do? I said, what else do you have passion in? What else do you like to do? Or that you can think about, that you can add? She says, she don't respond. She said, I love to cook. Anything, and I won't be tired. I said, you know what? Go for it. Because I'm someone, I know how to push people. Like once you've told me this is what you want to do, you yourself will not sleep until I see that thing is done, you achieve it. I say, you know what? This business has come to life. Limelight has come to life. Before you know everything, she packaged herself, just put out the word out there. As God will have it, an organization was training, maybe a bank or something, was having like a training, for their staff, especially how they can work well in this COVID. That was how they gave her a deal to provide food, breakfast and lunch for 1 week as a whole. She said the income she got is more than anything she has earned from January down to this July. And I was so happy for her. Like sometimes these ideas will come. A lot of us will just push it aside. Maybe it's not even relevant. Maybe. At this time, you don't need all those maybes. You just have to go for it. If you fall, you will learn in the process. And if you succeed, thumbs up to you. I'm going to open up the floor now. If you have any question, any experience, anything you want to share, you can go ahead and share it. When you have an idea you've been thinking about and not knowing how well or which direction to go, you can talk about it so that we can discuss more on it. All right, so I think you can help me coordinate this, maybe with the questions they have, them to respond.
So, is anybody have any concerns so far? Are we here?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Or do we have any concerns so far? Any question? Any?
Well, as for me, no. For me, no. What she said has been quite very clear from the onset. Yeah. But as time goes on, of course, if I have anything to ask, I will definitely do that.
No questions, sir.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, in that case, please, our guest speaker, kindly proceed.
I'm going to be asking you guys. I will be asking you questions on my own. Just give me a minute.
So while we await her question, please can you look at the chat box? I just shared a way we can connect on social media. We know that all of us are on social media, so let's kindly connect on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram at Sandstones, and let's make a comment about this webinar using the hashtag Sandstones Business Meeting and also hashtag post-COVID-19 and business. Check out the chat box. You see exactly as this is written. So you can kindly go on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram at Sandstones. Let's try to engage people who are absent in this webinar. So we need to also expand the knowledge frontiers. So we'll be doing that while we are waiting. Okay, she's back.
Comfort. I don't know. It's Comfort in this meeting. Comfort, are you here? Is Comfort here? It's Comfort in this meeting. I can see the name amongst the participants. Are you here? Okay. Lotana, are you here? Please help me turn on your video if you can.
Yes, I am here.
Okay, let's see you. You can turn on your video.
Oh, unfortunately, I won't be able to do that because I'm not in a place that is conducive.
Okay, then no problem. So I wanted to ask you, what were your goals for July 2020? Even in the face of this pandemic, what did you set out to achieve as you entered this month of July?
This month of July, oh well, like I said earlier, that I just completed a photography training. So I had in mind that by July, I must have started trying to get equipment for the photograph. Of course, I've done the survey. I've equally done, like I said, my market survey. So I can tell how much that is needed to set up a standard photography business. So my thoughts was that at the end of July, I should be able to have either achieved about 20% of that goal. About 20% of that goal.
Yes. Just 20.
Yes, for July.
I'm not clear why it should be 20.
Sorry?
Because the goal, I'm not clear why it should be only 20%. The goal was for July, yeah?
Yes.
Right? The goal was for July for him to be up and running.
Okay,
right?
Let me explain.
The goal is 100%. Why 20% alone? And what dates precisely in July are you looking at?
Yes, let me explain. Before COVID-19, or let me say during COVID-19, as soon as COVID-19 began, at the point we stopped working. All right, so I had to give myself that, that ginger to get the training done, write the certifications, get the certifications, and all that. So, and that I have achieved. But then, if you consider the amount for setting up a photographic company, it's a lot. A camera itself, because I made sure I actually went for the best. a camera itself, like Nikon D 850, is way over $1 million. Okay, so you now go for lighting, you go for the tripod, go for every other thing you want to go for. And of course, the lens, and for each lens calibration, you have to buy a new one. So if you are going for 50 mm, you have to buy a new one. If you're going for 18 to 50 mm or 55 mm, it's, so it's costly, very expensive to set up a photography business. So that explains why I said in July alone, as a month, I intended to achieve 20%. Now, I may have achieved more than that, if not that we are currently in a pandemic era. So, it, we've had no much income, all right? If we had enough income, one would say, okay, you may have gone all the way to achieve maybe 50% this month and complete the rest next month. That explains why I said 20%.
So the whole thing now, whatever is holding the rest of the 80% would be funding, right?
Well, the thing is, I calculated because everybody had different issues to deal with in the past months. So considering the issues I dealt with, I can only realize 20% for this month. Next month may not necessarily be 20%. Okay, so next month may be maybe 50% or even 100%. But everybody had different issues this period. All of us spent money differently. Everybody had different problems to deal with, which will definitely affect whatever thing you are going to do this month. And the one I had actually affected what I intended doing for this month. And that's why I'm saying 20%.
Wow. Excellent. I really appreciate your contribution, Tana. And
Thank you.
I'm really hoping that, this dream, comes to fruition 100%. Please don't give up. Don't give up and don't push it aside. It's only a matter of time and everything would. At least I'm even proud of the fact that you took a step ahead to take those trainings and certification. That means you're on, how did they say that word again? You're making progress, towards where you're going. So what I'm going to add is that you understand you should try as much as possible to, you're on point. Excellent. I really, his story just, in fact, you will get there, Lotana. What I'm going to say is, you understand, you should just put your eyes out for funding opportunities, you understand? Because the organizations every here and there, you will see some posts on social media who's doing stuff around COVID-19, who would, Lotana is doing well, I'm telling you. Just put an eye out for funding opportunities.
Please, if you have any opportunity, let me know. I would appreciate that.
Definitely. As soon as I hear, I would communicate through Amarizu. And there are people who are around you, maybe mentors or people in top spaces. You understand? You can share your idea with them. This is what you want to do. This is what you want to achieve, especially with the way the economic situation has changed. You never can tell when a grant opportunity will just open up for you. Thank you so much, Lutana. And I'll get back to you in due time. Okay? So let's see.
Thank you.
Yes, Abba, are you here? And HP, I don't know who HP is, or Awal. Awal, are you here?
Hello, my
Yes,
HP.
I am.
Awal, wait, let me attend to a lady. I'm coming. Just stand by, I'll come back to you. Okay, so HP, what's your name, please?
Queen.
Queen, okay. Queen, what do you do? What's your full name? What do you do? What are you into?
Okay, I'm Queen Ngozi Amadi, the digital marketing strategist for Sandstone. And I also have other things I do by the side.
Please, can we know the other things?
Okay, so during the lockdown, I was working with an e-commerce business. We want to it's really stopped a lot of things because I have people that are interested in some of these things, but we can't get them to come in. And it's really slowed down a lot of things.
So generally, how's the experience been for you, in the face of this COVID-19? What's your experience? What's it like? You understand? And taking you back again, just to see that if you had goals for July, what were these goals? And have you been able to achieve it? What has this experience been for you? Or what would you wish, you understand, to achieve much more, even right now?
Okay, so I had a lot of things listed out for June and for July, and I've been able to meet, let's say, 60% of it. So the plan was to get online course running, and that I've done about 2 or 3.
The one you
Yes.
established?
Yes,
Wow.
I have them online already.
Digital marketing.
Yes, digital marketing.
Courses
And
that people can buy, or you would hold the trainings online? Which one?
no, courses that people can buy and attend. I don't have to be there. Everything is there for them to, take on. It's just they pay for the class and they have access to the class. So that has been running on the side. And another thing is to optimize my website properly. And that is ongoing as well. So far, I can say most of my goals are all on 60%.
That's excellent. So what would be, what extra push do you need, at least to add it up, and then you are on 100%? What area, what push do you need? What's the gap?
Okay, so for me now, the gap is funding, because there are some platforms I want to access, or I need to make payments, and I've exhausted
Access for
most of my
training, or you
personal.
want to sell their products? Which one exactly?
Okay, so if I'm to upload a course on a particular platform, I need to pay for some plugins.
Okay.
I think I've exhausted all the free plugins I know for most of these things, and I need fundings to get the paid plugins to run the online course. And why that is slowing me down, I'm still doing research and taking courses on other things that can improve myself on.
So, I was going to say, like, aside from maybe the recorded courses you already have that people can buy, I don't know I don't know what the price may be. So another thing you can think about would be to even host. Please don't mind the noise coming from.
No problem, I understand.
What the lockdown that we're talking about. I'm so sorry, guys.
No problem.
So you see, aside from maybe the courses, the ones we've recorded that people can buy, I don't know if it will be possible for you to maybe like every week to say you hold like courses, maybe you're using WhatsApp platform to do the training. The fee can be as minimal as, but you can just target like maybe in the next 4 weeks or 2 times in a week. Just something that brings you that income. Because especially as in this phase where we are, it's not everyone that really understands how to operate or maneuver all this social media. Things. There are still some people who, and they won't mind. Especially, you understand, if the fee is not so expensive, at least something that brings you money in. Because the kind of service you have is one that there is a demand for it every day. It just depends on how far you are willing to stretch yourself. So I'm just saying, rather than wait, because I don't know what those courses would have been developed on. It could just be something, the ones you've developed, maybe it's broad on digital marketing, so you can just pick an aspect. You understand? Training for Instagram, training for WhatsApp, training for how to promote your Instagram page, training for how to use your WhatsApp status. Just, things like they can break it down. If you want the whole 4 package, pay this. If you want one, maybe if you want to go for the first one, maybe WhatsApp alone or Facebook alone, pay that. And I'm really sure that, or if you, I don't know if you are into, if you do these videos, this video editing that people use now for adverts, I don't know if you do all those stuff.
Yes, I have a course on it already online.
You see? There you get. So now this course you're now doing is like the interactive one, where one-on-one, you and the students, not the recorded one. At least this one, the fee will be lesser. So you can have much more people that you can train. These things will bring money in for you. So that's why we are here, to talk about, okay, even if we've been used to this one line of doing, this straight pattern of doing things, now you can try different angles out. You can design a course on your own, maybe for WhatsApp. You understand? How to use,
Yeah.
maybe someone took her to trained, my entrepreneurs on WhatsApp business or something like that. She started a few days ago and then ended it. You can just design a course maybe on how to use WhatsApp. We're all still trying to figure this thing out. How to use WhatsApp business, how your WhatsApp status can be effective for you, how to post on Instagram. Because some people have not really gotten it. You teach them how to use hashtag, how do you call it? How to use hashtags, what type of pictures to put out. The course will
Yes.
sell. So that's just like a pro bono tip for you.
Thank you very
So,
much.
wishing you all the best. You can do much
Thank
more.
you.
Just stretch yourself and start. Just design something and put the advert out there. People,
Thank you very much.
yeah, you're most welcome. So we'll move to, was it Awal?
Yes, our
All right, over to you, Awal. With us. Sorry for keeping you waiting. I wanted to balance it. Gender equality.
Yeah, it's okay.
So, Awal, what do you do? And if you can share with us about goals you had for July, where are you right now? And how has the whole pandemic been for you?
Okay. Um, Foremost, I'm a digital skills trainer with Sunstones Consulting. And then I'm a web developer, a designer, and then a hub manager at Startup KB Hub.
Startup
Can you hear
KB.
me? Yeah, Startup
Startup.
KB.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, so it's a platform where we actually help businesses leverage on technology.
Okay.
So, like you said, my goals for July, I actually have a lot of them because I tend to manage a lot of platforms. Apart from managing Startup KB as a platform on its own, I still do development, and then I still do digital marketing. So I run kind of a complex schedule. But then the goals were straight, I think, for each and every platform. For Startup KB is to help as many businesses as we can to actually leverage on technology, especially now that COVID is here. Like you said earlier too, it's something that's been preached over time. Take your businesses online, take your businesses online. Then people are reluctant, but then now people tend to see the need where you don't even have to look for them nowadays, but they come to you actually seeking solutions. But then despite that, from the community where I come from, digital is not something that has penetrated so much to say. But then despite that, we take strategic steps to introduce, just like you mentioned with Queen, something you can start with WhatsApp, your basic social media handles before you take those giant leads. And then regards to my web development, I've dug a lot of solutions to actually call them open source to see those I can modify to actually address some challenges, especially around business, e-commerce, and learning for schools. So actually the goal was earlier to set up an open source, but then after going through virtually of them, or most of them, sorry to say, I decided I would build a custom one. I'll build one from scratch. Are we together?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so for learning management system, couldn't find any approach I'm comfortable with. So starting development from scratch for a learning management system. It's not the most ideal thing to do for a developer because of the time frame. But then I believe if I'm to build something that will actually solve the current problem, then I need to build it with my own philosophy. So I'm learning a particular language dedicated to that particular project. Keeping progress, I'm at 24%. I'm also taking a course on Android development. I'm on 32% for that. So I'm taking those two courses together so that when I'm developing for the web interface, I also have an idea of how the application interface would look like. So roughly, these have been my plans throughout July.
So amongst all of these you've mentioned or you shared with us, which one, you understand, brings you income? Which one are you currently doing right now?
Development is what brings me income.
Web development.
Web development, yes.
And
When I
okay,
help,
it's steady, yeah. Last people you've been receiving clients, or how has the flow been?
Well, from the environment I wouldn't say things have slowed down. They were much in the first place, but then because I have the advantage of being global, I still have other clients that are not within my community. So I've been able to a certain extent, actually cushion the business despite the lockdown.
So another thing that you can do is to just, sensitize, people.
Sure.
You get
Sure.
the need for maybe the website or something, because it's not everybody. Some people look at it as though maybe it's only large corporations that need websites.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. What do I have now that I want my own website? You understand? Just make them see the need, like the importance to own one right now. That maybe their contacts or the networks they have all over Nigeria could be redirected to that website, and then it will be beneficial for their businesses. So where their goals you set for July?
Yeah, like I said, it was to learn these two languages. I have a programming language,
Oh.
sorry. Yeah, so I'm at 24% as of yesterday with my web development, and then at 32% for my Android class. So these two are actually on the part of my learning. I've completed all sites I need to build earlier, so I'm more focused on them, more focused on learning to actually build new solutions.
Excellent. So I'm just going to encourage you to try as much as possible to achieve that. Aside from coming to share with you, it was interesting to get to know some of you, at least one-on-one, to know your goals that you have and tell you that it's possible. It's very, very possible. The only thing is maybe you have to now start thinking outside the box, or try to think of multiple other ways that this income may come, sell the product better to your audience. Thank you so much, Awal. I will return back to you.
Thank you.
All right, so we had 3 questions that I was supposed to handle, but honestly, I've loved this session. Chatting with every one of you the most. Let me see. We have Lawrence and Comfort. I don't know. Okay, so let's just run through the last question, and I'll see if I can have a one-on-one dialogue again with one more person before we call it a day. So question 3 says, smart working is a principle. COVID-19 has pushed many businesses to consider its adoption. Do you think smart working can be effective in Nigeria? And what is your advice to business owners to adopt the adoption of smart working? I mean, what are we saying? I think everybody, you understand, has had to embrace this, because it's just only realistic for you to start thinking smart and then restructuring your organization in the part of smart working right now. In fact, do you know the one that even shocked me the most? When the announcement came that they had to be locked down and everything, I was just thinking, I was like, God, banks, how are they going to do it? That was what I was just saying, especially in the first few days. I was just thinking, like, see banks with branches all over the place. What's going to happen? What's going to this? What's going to that? And I was really, do you know, even when we were having lockdown and all of that, they never stopped working. No. Please let me have a witness. If you know anybody that is a banker that you saw lying down watching a movie, they never went on break for even 20 minutes. Hey, God. They will wake up in the morning and they are back on their system. You understand? Having maybe Google meetings, these their meetings on Google Meet up, this one, different meetings and trainings. I was like, wow. Take, for example, look at Access Bank. You understand? They were the ones that started laying off staff. I think before any other organization, it was Access Bank that started laying off staff. They now got to this point to say, you know what, we were even spending, so much money on maybe extra hands that we probably never needed. We now have to streamline our budgets. We have to, like cushion things up, bring in just the experts and people we know we need. So they now cut off, like laid off, like maybe over like 30% of their workforce. It was really hard. It was painful, but they needed to face this reality that we need to start working smart right now. Otherwise, it will be published everywhere now that there's bankruptcy or one thing or the other. You know what else they did? They were like, okay, not all our branches will open. Not even only Access Bank, any other banks. Some branches have been closed already. If you check in time, just using Access Bank as a case study because I know them very well, and at least to some extent I can talk about, the progress or wherever they are, right? Some branches are not operating anymore, closed, property sealed. And these branches probably were ones that they were paying rent. If they didn't own it, they were paying rent to the landlord. So you can imagine they've saved up so much money on that building now that they would have maybe paid for the remaining part of 2020 or even invested in for 2021. Shall you get what I'm saying? So I'm thinking where we are right now, there is no option. Smart work is already in existence. It's in effect already. Most organizations have embraced this already. For example, right now I'm enrolled in a course at Lagos Business School. It's a course for non-profits. You understand? It's an executive program for non-profits. Usually, I had a course too with Lagos Business School last year. So we had to go down to Lagos to take our courses at LBS and all of that. But right now, it's not possible for them to bring all of us in the same space. So usually when you go to LBS, you meet, most of the people you meet are just Nigerians. So but right now on this program, anyway, I had to miss a class because of you guys, just so to mention. On this program I'm on right now, it was now open to people from other countries. So we have people from Kenya, Ghana, Congo, Kinshasa with us in class. Even if our own fees were paid with Naira, they had to use maybe like dollar or something. So you can see that more income. They now have the opportunity to have more income coming in for them. That is working smart. If it was like the way the program was going, maybe for like last year, only us, maybe only Nigerians will have to go to LBS, take the course. But right now, they stretched their reach. A lot more people can now join from all over. All of us join. The only things you have to know what your own time difference is with what our time is in Nigeria and join the class. So if you are still on that place where you've not embraced this smart work, I think you should do that because that's where the world is heading towards right now. You can see large corporations they've moved. Everybody has moved to this smart working thing, and it's working. It's working. It's working. It's working. It's working. Can see how many times I'm calling it. You understand? It's working right now. It's just and aside from even that, it's just a very, very intelligent way to be conservative, to just have the best team, the best skill on your team. It was really painful, especially when we had Access Bank laid off and some other banks laid off. But they needed to sit down and look at it. How are we going to pay this staff? Currently, all our branches are not open, and it's not everyone that walks into the banking hall. Do you get? It's not everyone so transactions are not really coming in as they should. And we understand maybe because of the COVID. So you know what? Let us lay off the few we can lay off. It's not only that, even some small businesses in Lagos as well, they had to lay off. You know what? For you whose job we may not take, okay, you can be working online, but your salary will not be as it used to be. Working smart means a lot of things right now. Aside from owning physical structures, you have to make use of social media. I don't know what you have, because there's some people, all they are doing is how they are watching Kim Kardashian, they are watching this on their Instagram. Meanwhile, people are making money. What are you using your Instagram for? WhatsApp, what is it there for? All the latest music and best raps, they are updated on iTunes. What are you using social media for if it's not working, if it's not bringing in income for you? So after this class today, you understand you need to revamp how you used to see work before now and know that, you know what, the world has moved forward. The world has moved forward and you need to start working smart. Don't just depend on maybe the 50K or the 60K that has just been coming in as salary and all of that. There are XYZ other ways that you can make money. You just have to come out of your shell and stretch yourself. Because truthfully, we don't know where we are going. We don't know if they are going to lock down the economy again. Because as I was telling you now, in America, the rates are rates of the people contracting the virus is spiking. We're talking about 3 million. So you get what I'm saying? Work smart. And working smart is number one, taking advantage of technology. We are reaching thousands of people using social media that you can even currently reach if you are talking about one-on-one. If you post something on your WhatsApp status now, you can see that the views goes to like 200 and something. If you were a physical store, will you have 200 and something people working at the same time? Take advantage of what it is that you have. Another thing I'm going to advise, there are free courses online. Coursera, so many, even Harvard, they have like free courses they have going on. Study, spend time studying, enroll in courses, take classes, just so that you know how to up your game, especially when there are so many uncertainties that we are faced with. And we don't know, coming August, nobody even knows what the whole economy is going to be looking like or what is even going to happen. You can hear that the federal government has announced that government schools are not going to open. So we don't even know what is the fate of children who are at home. If you know, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. If there's just something you can use you to start heading towards that. Income, study, take advantage of online courses. If there are webinars like this, join in and learn and keep going forward and making yourself better. Someone was saying if he's going to be asked if he survived 2020 and then someone asked him how many years have you lived, he said he's not going to count 2020 as part of the years. He would jump and start from 2019. It's over. We can all see it in a different way. It depends on how ready you are. It depends on how ready you are. I think that's about it for the questions I have. I'm just going to allow. If you have any questions you want to ask me, anything you want us to discuss, you now have the floor.
Thank you so very much. We really appreciate that you.
Part of acting it as a disadvantage.
We're talking about yeah. So please, if you have any question, we are at the conclusion edge. You can share a question with us.
And then it can be an advantage. Questions, please, before we call it a day.
Is there any question? Well, since there is no question so far,
Faith, our Queen, Lawrence, Williams, Ghana. Any question, any situation you want to ask about? If you have any questions or.
Thanks so much. Section, thanks so much. What's your error?
Mr. Williams, you have any question? Okay, in the absence of any question, this is 3:15 by my time. I want to especially appreciate Mrs. Helen for bringing out 1 hour plus to discuss with us on how we can take the most advantage we could afford for this post-COVID-19 era. This is a new dawn and the new normal, like everybody calls it. So on behalf of Samsons, we say thank you very much, Ma. And we also appreciate every one of us that have been part of this discussion so far. At least we must have taken 1 or 2 things home. It's either you have been reinforced and re-energized, or you've learned a new thing. So we really appreciate you, ma, and we appreciate everyone who has taken part in this webinar. Thank you so very much. And at this point, we want to say that we'll have to call it a day. And we are hopeful that next time we invite you, and it will be a more elaborate webinar and a more elaborate engagement. And Sandstones feels indebted to you, and we accept that we're indebted to you. Thank you so very much, and thank you everyone for being part of this webinar. Have a nice time.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. All the best, guys. Wishing you all the very best.